I, 26M, bought my first house 2 years ago. It's a modest, three-bedroom that I've put hundreds of hours of work into. Since my job requires me to travel for weeks at a time, I gave my parents a spare key solely so they could check the mail, water my plants. My brother, Derek, 30M, is the golden child, never held a job for more than 4 months. He lives with my parents, pays no rent, and usually spends his days streaming video games and asking for investments for his various failed business ventures. Last week, I was away on a trip on the opposite side of the country. On Tuesday night, my smart doorbell app pinged with a motion alert. I checked the camera and saw Derek unloading several large plastic totes and a mattress from the back of his truck. Confused, I called my mom. She answered casually and said, "Oh good, you saw?" Derek needed a change and some peace and quiet to focus on his new digital marketing venture. "We gave him your key so he can stay in your guest room for a few months." I was furious. I told her absolutely not. Derek has a history of ruining property, leaving trash everywhere, and inviting random people over at all hours. I told her to call Derek right then and tell him to pack his stuff and leave my property, or I would take action. My mom scoffed, said I was being unwelcoming, and hung up minutes later. I checked my living room camera. Derek was already inside, feet up on couch, eating my food, and setting up his gaming PC on my dining table. I called him, but he ignored my calls and texted me. "Mom said I could stay. Don't be a dick, it's a big house." I texted both my parents and Derek, stating he had 30 minutes to lock up and drop the key back at my parents' house, or I was calling the authorities for trespassing. My mom replied with, "Stop being dramatic, family helps family." So, I called the local police department's non-emergency line, explained the situation, provided proof of ownership, and sent them the live camera footage showing an unauthorized individual inside my home. Within 40 minutes, 2 officers arrived at my door. Since Derek couldn't produce a lease, a utility bill, or my written permission, the police informed him he was unlawfully on the premises. They escorted him off the property, made him leave the key, and locked the door behind him. Since then, my family has completely exploded. My mom called me screaming that I treated my own brother like a criminal and humiliated him. My dad sent me a long text saying I broke my mother's heart and that I'm dead to him, until I apologized for turning a small family favor into a police matter. Derek is posting all over social media about how his selfish brother had him evicted onto the streets. My friends are split. A couple of them think I went straight to the nuclear option and should have waited until I got back in town to handle it, but I felt like my boundaries and property rights were violated.